Hey guys, RJ here. So welcome to another video. This is the recast of the AICHI Wave 2 CS 2024 Top 8 match. So currently we have the top 8 here, 6 Doflamingo and 2 Shanks. In the top 16 we saw some Luchis, but I think they're already eliminated. So we're gonna be moving on to the match here. So I think we have a mirror match upcoming. Again, I'm watching the official Japanese broadcast that I'll be linking in the description below. If you want to watch the original broadcast, you can click that link and watch it here. Otherwise, if you enjoy the if you're enjoying the English commentary, please stay on the video. So right now we have I'm not sure what the player names are, so we're just gonna call him Player A and Player B. So Player A, of course, playing Doflamingo, and we already saw the preview. Player B is also playing Doflamingo. So Shenjenku Jakimpoi. So player B will be the first. Uh, that paper that was put on his top left is the indicator that the player is the one going first. Ooh, Snap Mulligan. Maybe doesn't like what he saw. Okay, Mulligan. Oh, let's see here. Player B is also mulliganed. Uh, this matchup, this coming matchup is very, very tricky. Uh, Usually it boils down to board advantage. That's the name of the game. That's also the reason why I didn't play Doflamingo, despite me playing Doflamingo in the earlier sets. Mainly because this can be decided by gaps. He who has more Jinbei Law and with the new variant, Josu variant he who has more of those cards. Wait, just gonna go. Yeah, it got blurred, so we're gonna be watching on HD. So he who has more of those cards usually wins the game. So I really don't like that. It's more decided by RNG. So I mean, that's just my personal opinion. And ooh, three buggy. Is that a Perona? Ooh, his facial expression tells us that of course, no one in their right mind would love three buggy. I think I saw a Weevil. I'm not sure what's the other card, but let's see what player B has in his hand. Wow, a very solid hand cards. He's gonna go first, so he turn one buggy. He do have Jinbei, he do have Weevil, so he definitely we will be definitely seeing that combo. He do have Pudding, one of the key cards as well. If you manage to punish your opponent uh by using Pudding and making them lose a lot of cards, you can also swing the favor in on your side by doing that. We also have Boa Hancock. This is a very, very solid hand for player B. On the other side of the table, player A, three buggies. Again, oh, that's a Perona. Wow, that's a good good uh art Perona. Turn one. The only redeeming factor here is he do have Perona. If you manage to see some good on the first five, uh, maybe you can salvage the early game, but with three buggies are not that I would say forgiving because it doesn't let you put on the bottom. So should you see dead hand cards on the top three, you don't have a choice, but you're stuck with those three cards on the top of your deck. So we'll be seeing buggy here. What would be the first three cards in this matchup? Ooh, this is solid three. So okay, so draw Mihawk, play Jinbei. He do have Boa and Weevil on his hand, so he can play Jinbei to draw that Jozu. Next turn he can play uh Boa so that you have fresh new information on the top three cards. This is a very solid first line of play for player B. On the other hand, we have Perona. Perona top 5 can put it in the top or bottom. Okay, Boa. Ooh, although you do have Boa Hancock. Okay, the only argument of you keeping this on top is you want to get pudding. Although there's a play here where you can get pudding and boa and then play boa so you can get rid of the remaining crocodiles and buggy. Oh, I think he's considering that play. So that line would, if we put boa on second card, he'll go for that line. We already he motioned to put like that. He motioned his hand like that. So I think he'll gonna go for bottoming that tree. Maybe not, because you want bow on the second hand if you want that one, because you can use leader ability and then bottom and then play a buggy. Yeah, you have 4-3. You draw pudding. You got 4 dawns. You use 3 for the leader ability, and then play buggy. Bottom the tree, then play buggy so that you also have fresh information on the top 3 cards. Okay, the first leader ability will be seeing. He drew the Mihawk, so that's gonna be a Jinbei going to either not Mihawk, Weevil or Boa. Okay, Weevil. So he'll be drawing Jozu. Now that's gonna be a blind. So next turn he can play Jinbei to Boa to just look for the top 3. So he has at least 2 turns worth of information of the top cards. Now let's see if he'll go for that play. He can go 7k as well. Depends either Jinbei or leader. Usually you want to go for Jinbei here. Again, you want board presence here. So you can go for Jinbei. He won't be guarding that. It's gonna be an 8k. 8k on Jinbei. Okay, he went for bottom. Then he can play buggy to at least see the next 3 cards. Now let's see here. Goes for buggy. Look at the top 3. Oh wow. Now that's huge because you have bounce law. Again, this is what a key card for this matchup. Aside from Josu, I believe there's no other cards that can't be reached by law. So you can easily swing into the tempo back to your side if you manage to uh play multiple bounce law. So this is good. This is the redeeming cards that can help player A even out the plays here. Ooh, double Jozu. Wow. So this is 5 done. He can play Jinbei, play Boa, then go for 7k, making him take, or he can also go for Boa Hancock here. Well, he can actually go for leader here, because if player 8 takes, that means there's more hand cards. So he can punish that by putting. Wow! So now he also saw Blackbeard teach to. I think that's a Weevil and a Boa Hancock. Yeah, that's a Weevil and Boa Hancock. So he'll definitely gonna draw Blackbeard. Does he want uh to blind Weevil so that you can draw Boa? Or does if he doesn't want Weevil, he can actually bottom that. Okay, so he'll gonna blind not blind anymore, but he'll gonna play Weevil, drawing that Boa Hancock next turn. So it's gonna be 7k, no leader ability. Did he target Boa or it's gonna be face? I think okay, so for hand cards, Weevil can attack, but do you want to attack with Weevil? I'm 7 on life. 7 on face means that Weevil won't attack because usually you go for the bigger attacks first, so that's gonna be 6, 7 since he goes for 7. Uh, Mainly because he only have 4 hand cards. So again, board presence is the key here. If you leave a hanging character which you can't defend, that would be also not good for you because you lose hand cards by defending that character and you don't have that many. Okay, goes for Boa. So what? Okay. Um, not sure why he went for Boa here because he already know the double law. Uh, okay, so he can go leader ability here. Oh, okay, so he put law, so he'll gonna bounce. I think the best target here would be Boa blocker, so that the 7K goes directly to the leader. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a Boa block to 2K. Um, oh, I think, well, it's a possible play here. So I think what a player is trying to do is to deal damage as much as possible to player B, and then he will go for pudding. But here's the problem. Player B also has his own pudding, and now ooh, goes for the attack here. Yeah, that he was thinking it. That's the reason why he's going for those attacks. He wants player B to take as much damage as possible so that he can go for pudding next turn. The problem is he doesn't know that player B also has that pudding. So it's also gonna be punishing for him because at the moment he has 2, 4, 6 hand cards, I think more. Uh there's some cards I think that's covered by his shirt here, but we can see 6 cards, so that would be good because you can go pudding 5, 6 on. Yeah, you don't want to go for leader after that because you want to starve your opponent. So he can go for pudding here. Attack. He can attack uh the rested boa, or he can go for law just to make sure that you don't have that many opponents. Your opponent doesn't have that many character moving into the next into the mid game. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the play here. Pudding, he's holding that pudding. He can go pudding, go for leader ability. Ooh, that he managed to. Ooh, player A is just laughing because I really believe that he's also planning that one. He attacked more so that player B can take as many cards or have as many cards as possible on his hand, and then punish it with pudding. But it's just unfortunate that player B has pudding as well on his own and managed to play that a turn earlier, but can also be punished here if he managed to drop pudding. Oh, he didn't get pudding on the next 5. Sengoku, Blackbeard, Jinbe. Jinbe has that, but I don't think he will be playing that Jinbe anymore. I don't think he will. He might just go for Moria here. So that's gonna be 6K on. Uh, eh, I'm not sure if he goes leader or law. He just pointed his hand here. I won't be surprised if he goes for law because what that's what you want to do. Okay, he blocks, so that means it's going to be on law because that's a juicy target. That's a juicy target. He can go for 5. He can also actually play uh Blackbeard here and then go for a bigger attack. Can shift to Boa if he really wants to. Uh, Otherwise, I think he's going for Law just to be safe. Should player A has a Josu, so I think okay, Jinbei he do have Moria, so he doesn't have to care about that. He can bring back Jinbei whenever he wants to, but Law will definitely gonna be KO'd. 7K leader ability goes to Law. Ooh, and next turn he can play Jozu as well. Ooh, okay, that's I think Yeah, I think he planted that, right? Yeah, that's the one after Blackbeard. That's why he drew another boa. Can still remember that. Ooh, this is the second law. So the question here is, well, he can play multiple bounce, so he can get rid of those Jinbei, Weevil. So what he can do is play Law, bounce Weevil, play Blackbeard, play Law, bounce Weevil, and then play Blackbeard, plant Law, leader ability to Jinbei, and then bounce the other Weevil. But you'll be left with just two cards after that. He might want to go for Weevil and Law here. So he might have to go for that route because he only he'll be left with just two cards after the play that I mentioned. So he might go for Weevil Law here. At least you have set up a 6k and replace your hand card. So that's gonna be three cards. Okay. 7k on Jinbei. Okay, let's see what he'll gonna do here. Uh, does he want to go for that play? Oh, wow. Player A going for the aggression. So you're ahead in terms of hand cards. So I'm just gonna go for your life here. Okay, he goes for Jinbei. Oh, okay. So now he'll gonna plant I think Law. He can also plant okay, he'll gonna plant Law 7k maybe on one of the Jin base. Oh, Weevils and then use leader ability. Okay. That's a very good line actually. Goes for 7k leader. Replace Buggy, bounce one of the Weevils to his hand. Wow. This is actually good. It's actually good. Maybe he's thinking that since my boa are now hanging, he will target that instead of my leader. That's actually a good line. I didn't saw that one. So he's still left with three hand cards. He managed to set up one of the Weevil. Well, that's the reason why they're playing there, and I'm just casting here. Right. So he took one. Oh, another pudding. So I think this turn of 7k, yes, to bounce one of them. I think uh player A now is in the driver's seat in terms of board presence, although player B has a lot of hand cards. Okay, three dons. He's now at nine don. So three dons. I think he's thinking of playing that Jozo. He can go for 5, 6. I mean, he can bounce. Wait, does he still have? I think there's a buggy on the board right now, right? The first buggy that he played, did he? It was player A that replaced that. So I think he do have a buggy, so he can play Jozu. Yeah, he can play Jozu, bounce buggy, maybe bounce another boa here, and then go for leader ability. Okay, go for Jozu, bounce buggy. Or he can play Blackbeard here, plant Boa Hancock, so that he's not going blind here. Or he can also play Weevil. So those are very good line of play from players here. And now again, this is the roller coaster of this matchup. And now just like that, uh, now player B has the driver's seat in terms of board presence. He goes for an 8k attack. Okay, 8k. Ooh, I think you want to play bug. Do you want those 2ks? Uh, Does he really want to go for those 2Ks? He kept it on top, so that's gonna be an 8K attack on leader or Boa. I think he targets Boa. Okay, Boa. Now, with 10 Dons, doesn't have a Josu of his own. Oh, go for leader and then bounce Boa. Okay. So let's see here. He's now a tendon. Well, he can do the law trick here. Play low, bounce one of the boa, maybe bounce boa, and then go for leader. Bring it, bounce low, plant low. Yeah, I think that would be the best play here. Play low, bounce low, and one of the four costs can be boa or weevil. He has a lot of hand cards, so you want to target face now. Bounce one of them and then plant low again, bounce the other one. So he'll be left with just Pudding, Jozu, and Blackbeard, and you'll be left with just Blackbeard and Weevil as well. So play plant. Actually, you can play another one. Play plant, play plant. Yeah, you can be left with. I think Weevil is the best play here for him. S- So let's see. Yeah, I think that's the line here. I think that's the line here. You want to bring back the tempo back on your board, so okay. Play law, bounce law. Okay, one boa, bounce. Teach ability, plant law, back. Right. So leader ability, he still has how many hand cores? Five dons, still five dons after. So he can play Weevil Perona. Possible or Perona first, then Weevil, so that you know what you're gonna draw. Go for 7K lead. You don't want to target Weevil because you're bouncing that one. So 7K leader. Now I think player B has to guard this one. Usually in this mirror matchup you don't want to go super low, especially if you know your opponent will be swarming you, because once you go to zero life, no amount of boa hancock, if your opponent has perfume famor, will save you. No amount of boa hancock can save you with that unblockable attack. So he still has 2, 4, 6, 8 hand cards versus 2, 4, 6 hand cards. uh yeah, I think. Okay, he went for Weevil. Oh, interesting. You went for Weevil attack. Oh no, he bounced that one. He also bounced that one. What am I thinking? He bounced that one. I was surprised Weevil wasn't there. So yeah, he bounced that one and then attack for 7K. Now attacking again for 7K. He do have 4 dons, so I think gonna be Weevil just to draw one. 7K. So since player B doesn't have 2K counters, it's gonna be either 3 cards or one. Again, he might have to discard 3 here. It's just my personal game style that I really don't want to go super low in this matchup, but 3 cards is still 3 cards, so he might also just take that one. Okay, he set aside 3 cards, so I think he'll be guarding that one. I usually don't do that personally because that kind of tells me, like, for example, you pivoted and just didn't draw. Can also be a bluff. There's also an argument that it's gonna be a bluff, but if you do that one, it's like saying your opponent that, hey, I don't have 2K counters, so I'm just gonna block by 3. Oh, I changed my mind. So you just saw me just randomly setting aside 3 cards. And but yeah, oh, Weevil to Weevil on player A. It's going to be Tendon. Wow. So now it makes sense that he kept those 2K counters. Because I think the next throw would be Crocodile, if I remember it correctly. Then was it Perona or Boa Hancock on the next one? Because he can plant Weevil here. Or is he thinking of just playing another Jozu? If he goes for another Jozu, just attack with Pudding. Maybe 5K Pudding, play 6-9. Yeah, I can. Yes. Can also go for 7K Pudding, Josu, Teach Plant, so you still have leader ability. Uh, yeah, that might be the play here. Or can also go big, taking out Weevil, but if you have bounce, you don't want to just waste one of the attacks, goes to Weevil. So Pudding can attack for 5K. Wait, Pudding's gonna attack for 7K? Okay, 7K Pudding. So that means he's gonna play Jozu, bounce Pudding, and then plant a Warlord with Teach ability, attacking for 7K with Leader ability. Ooh, is that Jinbei? Ooh, player A doesn't have that many counters as well. He hasn't still also managed to get a Pudding here of his own. Go for Jozu, bounce one of the Weevils. I think Josu will target the Weevil. I think that would be the target here. Both of them going for 7K Weevil. Or did they go to face? He only has 5 hand cards. Although player A has 2, 4, 6, 8 hand cards. Oh, so it went for face. 7K leader goes for Weevil. Now Weevil, okay, he drew one. That's gonna be the Croc. So he now has at least two K counters, the Buggy and Croc that he put on top. I think the next one would be Boa Hancock. Or was it Perona or Boa? I kind of forgot. Ooh, 3 cards on his own as well. Now pass the turn here. This would be the last turn of player A. He needs to finish the game this turn. Otherwise, he cannot prevent the onslaught of the two Josu Weevil. He can go for those characters, but with player B getting like six hand cards, you might you will you can definitely guard that one. So 7K leader, he has to guard this one because it's gonna be all in. So Teach is 8. So I think it's going here. So the attack would be 7, 8, 9. Possible 7, 8, 9 here. So he's going for face. He's going for the lethal now. So with 7, I think you want to guard this one. Or you can also bait your opponent. Why are they showing Usopp? So are they thinking that you can go for Rush Usopp? Actually, there's a play here wherein you also take just to bait your opponent. A player B can just take this one, baiting your opponent that, oh, I don't have any counter, so just go all in instead of giving him an option to pivot into other plays. So now you can also actually take this one just to ensure that that 9k will be the last attack, just making sure, because you can easily guard that. He already have a 2k and some 1k counters there. So a 9k you can guard that with, okay, 2k. So what will be the final attack gonna be? A 9k. You can also play Boa here just to have a blocker, but actually that might not help because you don't have that many counters. Although you have 2k counter, you have two weevils. Oh, wait. I think that's a surrender, right? He just surrendered? I mean, he still have four dons and he can attack, but I think it's more of a respect that I don't have anything now. So it's gonna be a 9k. And there you go. Uh, Player B wins the matchup. It was a valiant effort, actually, player A, but it's the early game is not just in his favor. Well, that pudding really punished him quite hard, losing those hand cards. And although he do have the more law, the gap between the Josus really sealed the deal because Josu 7k and then one minus attacker. So that is really, really punishing for this matchup. So again, congratulations to player B for winning that round. We will be casting the semifinals. So I think there will be a Shanks that makes it. So watch out for my next video. Again, this is RJ casting the wave 2 of IGCS. Gonna be English cast. So peace out.